Alright, so I bought some Blu-rays recently, and I figured I may as well do a little bit of an unboxing video to show you guys what I got, because I went on a bit of a spree. I just figured I'd show you each of the ones that I get, and tell you a little bit about them, and why I got them. So, in this first one, we have... God, backwards. Fucker. So it turns out they actually weren't backwards, it's just the way the camera works, which is very stupid. But anyway, first Blu-ray, Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood.
Fuck you think you live?
Ever notice how you come across somebody once in a while that you shouldn't have fucked with? That's me.
I saw this for the first time in, I think, year 9. They made us watch it in a class, and I was surprised by how good it was. This is probably one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies. This is very good. Yeah, basically Clint Eastwood is just a miserable, grumpy old guy who just hates everyone, but then he accidentally helps someone out, and it sort of just snowballs from there. It's basically like Clint Eastwood being a really miserable old guy, which is pretty great, and he's very, very badass in the movie as well. So I do recommend that if you are a fan of Clint Eastwood.
Way to go, old man.
Shut up, pussy.
The next one I got was Girl Asleep.
Happy birthday, bitch.
I want to be more than just friends.
This is a Australian produced movie. This was done in South Australia, I think. Yeah, Adelaide Film Festival. It's not a masterpiece by any means. I don't really like the entire second half of the film at all. But it definitely has a unique style to it. It's done in a very original way. It's done 4:3, I think, which is always a bit silly and tacky. Pretty much a coming-of-age story. 14-year-old girl's growing up. She doesn't want to grow up, and it sort of goes a bit metaphorical, experimental in the second half, which I don't think it does it that well. One of the better Australian films out there. If you're interested in Australian film at all, I definitely recommend this. It's not for everyone. It's very gonna try and make you emotional and stuff. It doesn't quite achieve it, but I think it's a nice enough movie on itself. So yeah, I recommend that one.
Crazy party, huh?
Alright, moving on to package number 2. Ooh, this one's a bit of a fancy one. This is a steelbook of Logan.
She's like you. Very much like you.
I fucking love this movie the first time I saw this in cinemas. This was the only movie last year that I watched twice in cinemas, and I don't usually do that often. The first time I came out of the cinemas watching this, I was just in absolute shock. That was so fucking good. What the hell? That was ridiculous. I was very ecstatic about it. It was just very, very intense action scenes, but just so satisfying at the same time. Really great. If you're a fan of any of the X-Men movies at all, this is 100% one of the best ones. Definitely. The kid actor as well, she's so good in this. We need more child actors killing adults in movies. That needs to be more of a thing.
Laura! Laura. No.
Logan, it's really good. It's very different from most superhero movies. It does its own thing, which I quite like. overall, just really like intense, satisfying, clean action that's really nice. Oh, perhaps not clean action, it does get a bit gritty.
Feel it. You still have time.
Alright, now we're going to move on to the El Jumbo Mamba. Oh shit, I think I just hit one of them. Alright, first up we got Chronicle.
I don't want to do it. Dude, I don't want to do it.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay,
Come on,
you have
do
to
it.
Give me a countdown.
I will,
okay?
I promise. Ah!
Crap.
This was a movie that I had heard relatively good things about. It came out like 2012? 11 maybe? Yeah, 2012. Never saw it when it came out. I only just watched it sometime last year. I was really surprised by how good it was. It's a great story of someone becoming a villain. You know, it's like three teenagers hanging out, and they become friends through their powers that they find, and they start perhaps using it ways in which they shouldn't. So they start enforcing rules, but then these rules get bended and pushed, and really well done. Surprisingly good. It's a found footage movie. I was like, tired of that one. But the acting in it is pretty decent. I just like the story overall. It's satisfying seeing the just a believable way of someone's downfall and becoming a villain. It's really nice and just overall super well done. It's got Dane DeHaan in it. There's a guy from Valerian, which people don't really like him, but I don't know. I think he's alright. He's certainly good in this movie, anyway. He becomes the villain. I really recommend this movie. This was a solid one. Well, I'm going to recommend every single movie here, which is why I bought them. But you get it.
Who's making that sound? Guys, what is that?
All right, dude, we're going inside.
Steve, wait up.
Matt, look at this!
Holy.
Alright, next on the list, Conan the Destroyer.
In an age when only the strongest survived, and only the ruthless triumphed, only one name became a legend. Conan the Destroyer.
This one's a bit of a classic. This is just like really just stupid, very simple like action quest movie. This is probably one of my favorite fantasy movies. I haven't even seen the first one yet. I saw this one first for some reason. I don't know why. Very, very strong fantasy, like Dungeons and Dragons style feel to it. And I really like it. It's just like, it's so basic. You could probably just tell someone this is a video game movie and they'll believe you. Super straightforward, but I don't know. I like the fantasy feel of it. It's very nice. So if you're looking for something intellectual, probably don't go for this one. But if you like sort of, dumb action movies, this is probably worth your while.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Conan the Destroyer. The all-new adventures of the most powerful legend of them all.
But I would say you have some interest in watching fantasy as well. Because this ties right into our next one. Because there are other ones out there such as Commando.
Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna pay.
This is the big boy masterpiece of action right here. This is probably my favorite action. Oh no, wait, that's. Alright, this is one of my favorite action movies of all time. Definitely, this is my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I'll say that This is just pure, raw action. Just straight out from start to finish. It just doesn't stop for the whole movie. It's ridiculous. There are movies like Speed, where the whole movie's meant to be tense. Speed is fucking nothing compared to this. This is a heart attack and a half. This just... You go on there and you're straight on for the whole ride. This one is an insane movie. The last half hour is just one big action scene of Arnold Schwarzenegger killing an entire island of people. And it's fantastic. It's, I reckon, the archetype of just Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. This is like, there's absolutely no intelligent content in here whatsoever. But if you like action movies, this is the one I recommend. This is an absolutely fantastic movie. Something to throw on and just not even activate a brain cell. I recommend Commando.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Commando.
Let's party.
Alright, next one is Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. Bit of an intellectual movie, this one. This is going to sound like very millennial, but movies past the 80s, I sort of have difficulty enjoying as much because they start to show they become a bit dated for me. But this felt really modern. The soundtrack for this is great. It has an amazing song that they use at the perfect time to sort of instill that sense of dread within you. The whole world of this, actually, now I think about it, is really nice and well built. Like, they speak this whole sort of modern, sort of British Englishy language with weird slang and stuff. If you like Stanley Kubrick, I'm sure you'll watch this one. It's just set in the future, and it's about a group of guys who are a gang, and they just go around doing wrong things. That's an awful explanation, but anyway, I recommend it. Next movie, Devil's Advocate.
John Milton.
Kevin Lomax.
Well, what's that like? One day you're putting them away, next day you're setting them free.
Takes a little getting used to.
Pays better though, doesn't it?
Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. This movie goes for like 2 hours and something. 144 minutes. This one's a bit of a long one. Basically, Keanu Reeves is a lawyer, and he starts, lawyers do what lawyers do, and they start becoming corrupt and immoral, and Al Pacino he hires Keanu Reeves and starts influencing him in ways that it's called The Devil's Advocate. I wonder if you can guess who the devil is. It's really great watching, because Keanu Reeves is with some lady at the start, Charlize Theron, that's it, Jesus, how did I not know? His wife, Charlize Theron, and Keanu Reeves, she slowly just goes insane from Al Pacino, like, sort of manipulating Keanu Reeves and stuff, and it's sort of crazy seeing the downfall of their relationship. It's very interesting to watch. It's obviously not the most upbeat thing of all time, but it has a satisfying enough ending. I really like the ending, actually. The ending is pretty good. I recommend this one. One of Keanu Reeves' better movies. I am a big fan of Keanu Reeves, but this is a good one. Definitely recommend.
It's my time now.
The Devil's Advocate.
Alright, we're gonna get a bit into some controversial territory now. The Fourth Kind.
I am actress Mila Jovovich, and I will be portraying Dr. Abigail Tyler. This film is a dramatization of events that occurred October 2000. Every scene in this movie is supported by archived footage. Some of what you're about to see is extremely disturbing.
This one's not widely enjoyed, let's say. This did not get good reviews. This does not have good reviews. It's a alien abduction movie, but the thing I like about it is the style. The style is so cool. More movies need to do this. It's basically set based on real events. So they have like their fictionalized version of stuff, but when there's real footage, it sort of has side-by-side comparisons of them. So it's like you're seeing both things happening at once.
There was more fear in his eyes than I've ever seen in my life.
What's wrong?
It's just such a interesting way to do a movie. I'd never seen something done specifically this way before. And I don't know, it pulls you in a bit more. Like, even if you don't believe it, it's just like relatively convincing when you see like, okay, this is real, that's real. It's very spooky. There's obviously some like stupid parts in it and stuff. Like that's why I didn't get good reviews. But I think it's just a really cool premise and idea for a movie. And I haven't seen any other movies do specifically this before. If you like sci-fi, if you like aliens, the spooky aliens, I recommend this one. This is nice. It's definitely a spook fest, that one. Next one, 28 Days Later. This is probably my favorite zombie movie of all time. I say zombie because it's not like... People get fucking pedantic. Like, it's not exactly a zombie. It's an infection that spreads. It's a zombie movie. This one's great. This is super depressing and not happy in the slightest at all. It's maybe like 2 scenes that are happy. And the rest is just fucking miserable and an absolute nightmare, and it's great. It's a super cool representation of what would happen, and it's very, very bleak, extremely bleak. It's got Christopher Eccleston. That's it. One of my favorite actors. It's got Christopher Eccleston as a military commander. I think he's a lieutenant or something. I don't know. And this is directed by someone who's good. Who is it? Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle is fucking great as well. A lot of Danny Boyle movies that are good. I recommend that I'm throwing up on the screen now. This is one of his best ones. Obviously, I love this. Great zombie movie. The sequel feels very, very Americanized. I don't think it was even directed by Danny Boyle. The sequel is like not awful. It's just not as like good as this one. The sequel feels very, very Americanized. But the sequel does try. It's sort of bleakish, but this one feels great. This is just a great, depressing zombie movie, and you should definitely watch it if you feeling like crap. It's great.
They're dead. And you're gonna be next.
We still got like 6 more of these bastards. Alright. The Witch, or the Witch.
What went we out into this wilderness to find? Leaving our country, kindred, our fathers' houses. For what? For the kingdom of God. Let us pray.
The Witch. Woo! This is a pretty nice film. This is one where it's like, I love it for the whole mood and the world that it's in. It's that pagan, like Salem, New England 1630. I did not just read the cover. The way it's lit and everything, very, very bleak. It's very immersive is the word I'm looking for. It really pulls you in. Good movie.
Let's leave the wood.
Alright, next movie is Horns.
How do I look? Did you notice anything unusual?
I'm in horns.
Very full on, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is a bit of a combo, this one. This is like a romance, horror, comedy. Daniel Radcliffe's girlfriend is killed and he's blamed for it. But he knows he didn't do it, so he's trying to find who did. And he gets these horns, obviously, that just give him powers that make everyone around him be truthful, I'm pretty sure. He has an influence on people, basically. It's a nice romance movie, even though it's very, very dark, obviously, and depressing. Well, no, not depressing, actually. It's a very dark movie, got dark comedy in it. It's unique, is what it is. I like this one. I don't know if this got good reviews. I think it's like average, perhaps, but it's unique, does its own thing. I like it.
Are those horns?
Damn right, they're horns.
Next one. Oh, actually, I'll do this in a... We got John Wick 1 and John Wick 2.
It's not what you did, son. It's who you did it to.
Nobody?
That nobody is John Wick.
As I said before, I like Keanu Reeves. Action. As far as action movies go, this is the top of the line. This is really, 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 really good. Just pure, straight up action. This is definitely one of the best modern action movies out there you can get. It's just done ridiculously well. Amazing cinematography. Everything looks great in both John Wick movies. Keanu Reeves, very badass, very intimidating, super spooky. If you like just action at all, I recommend these. It's just extremely, extremely very satisfying action. The wick is lit and about to explode. There you go. That's the tagline. Going into the controversial a bit again, we got Mortal Kombat.
In an ancient tournament, one more victory. Your soul is mine. And our world is theirs.
It has begun!
The video game movie from 1995. Well, this people, as far as video game movies go, this is people sort of like this. I watched this a lot when I was a kid. This one's just a bit of a classic to me. It isn't by no means a masterpiece at all. It's a very nice video game movie, one of the better video game movies. I don't know how much that credits it for, but it's basically just people fighting. I mean, like, it's Mortal Kombat, you know what it is. It's got a bit of nostalgia factor to me, which is why I like it. Nothing much to say. It's just a good, fun, silly little cheesy action movie.
Combat begins.
Last but not least, we have Life.
No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come. There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in outer space as yet.
The 2016 movie that people did not like. I guess I get it, but like, I don't know. I'm so torn about it. This. It is a good movie. It's just not original. That's all. Like, pretty much just a modern day Alien movie. It's nothing crazy, experimental, but like what it does just really, really well. And I don't know, I think it deserves more credit. Even though it's not original, it's just a consolidation on the progress that we've made in cinema and filmmaking. It's just really well done, very tense. There are some horrifying, gruesome, awful kills that really make you just tense up, more specifically at the start than the end. Maybe people, maybe it's not as stronger in the second half, that's why people didn't like it. But certainly the first half is just really, really fantastic. It's definitely strong sci-fi horror. It's great. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it. He's another one of my favorite actors. And Ryan Reynolds as well. Underrated. This is, if you're like got a kid or something who hasn't seen Alien and like doesn't like old movies, show them this. This is the modern day Alien, pretty much. I'm not saying it should replace Alien. They both have their purpose. This is not an original film by any means, but it is still a good film and is very, very well done.
On the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
That's it. That's all the movies we have. Nothing left but airbags. Thank you for watching. This is a fucking long video. This is a lot of Blu-rays. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next one. See ya.
Everywhere, pre-rolls in my belt, hey.